So in this video I'm making a DIY cut flower arrangement for my garden. So I got some plants around my other garden over there, and there's my vegetable garden back there. I'm just going to go scavenge around and see what I can find and make a cut flower arrangement in this new vase of mine. So let's get right into it. So whenever I do arrangement, I always do the biggest flowers first on the outside. So I think I'm going to get some of this dianthus. So when I cut, I'm not going to use this one because it's already starting to fade. I think I'm going to use this one right here. So as you can see, all I'm going to do is find like a leaf node. I'm going to find the leaf node right here, and I'm going to make an angled cut right above it too. So that's really important because then the plant's going to branch out and make new flowers. So I'm just going to strip all the leaves like this. I don't want the leaves touching in the ground. I'm going to set my vase. Okay, so first flower, I'm just going to get a couple more of these white ones, and then I'm going to move on to the red. Make an angled cut. And then when you're done with that, you just strip all the leaves. So I'm going to do this off camera because it takes a while. Not a while for usual plants, but since these ones are kind of connected to the stem, it kind of makes it a hassle. And you want to strip all the leaves for not all the leaves, you can keep these ones on by the flower. You want to strip them for two reasons. Number one is because the plant will send all the energy it has left into keeping this flower alive. And number two, if the leaves touch the water, it's going to poison the water. And if the water's poisoned, and then you drink, and then the plants drink the poison water, you know what's going to happen. The plants are going to die. Well, it's not really a plant, like a cutting, but like a flower that's already been cut. These will probably survive maybe like a week and a half or so. Usually if you buy a cut flower, like a bouquet at the store, it comes with this like packet of floor like preserver, but since this is homemade from my own garden, I don't have that, so I won't use it. But it's not going to kill your flowers if you don't have them. It just extends the life a little bit, maybe like 3 or 4 days. It just helps them survive. Okay, so I got this. So the reason you want to cut just above a set of leaves, like basically with all plants, for anything like you're taking a cutting for propagation or anything like that, or pruning or deadheading, it's gonna form a branch here and then a branch there. If you cut like below the leaf node, it's just gonna perform this thing that's not a flowering. So you want flowers, that's why you bought the plant, unless you just want leaves, but that's probably not why. So I'm just gonna move to this plant. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get some of this. I'm going to go in my backyard and get some snapdragons. So here's the vase so far. It doesn't look that full. It doesn't look that good yet because still have to get these snapdragons in. 2 of them, which are completely loaded with flowers. Like, look at these and look at all these buds. Like, all of those. Crazy. Show you guys something. See? This is the flower right here, and over here's a leaf node. Let's see if that get it to focus. And there's a little shoot of, there's like a little shoot of branch that's going to produce a flower. So you cut it right above one of those. So I'm just going to cut it down so it can fit in the vase. Strip the leaves that are going to be touching the water. And then you just set it in the vase. Like this. So for snapdragons, you want to cut them when a couple of them are open, but not all of them. But since I had hydrangeas in this vase before, and then they died after 3 weeks, which is a long time for flowers. And these things are kind of mature, but I'm still going to use them anyway, because it's better than nothing. So I'm just going to stick this guy down and get some more stuff. So I stripped all the leaves in this snapdragon. Looks pretty good. It doesn't look that good compared to some other people's bouquets. Like, for example, I watch this YouTube channel called Garden Answer, and Laura from Garden Answer makes these really awesome bouquets. They kind of inspired me, but I'm not that good. I just try to have fun with it. So this one's gonna be kind of like a hanging. I like how the snapdragons add a little like wiggly to it instead of just like a straight. It's kind of like, some of them are kind of like bent. There's none on my plant right now, but soon they'll produce some this spring. My zinnia, 28 more days probably until it's ready. I started from seed in my seed starting station. So I'm just going to I think I'm going to get this white one. See? For example, for snapdragons, they start to bloom on the bottom, and then they go up to the top. Like, these are still not even open. But these over here are kind of spent blooms a little bit. So I'm just going to cut it like where it meets the main stem, so I can have a long shoot that looks kind of like movement a little bit. And just so you all know, I'm no expert at this. This is the first cut flower arrangement that I made for my garden in my whole life. I think that's like crazy because this is the first time I've done this, but I know a lot because I like to watch other people do it too. But this spring I'm going to do a detailed guide of how to make a cut flower, and it's not that hard, but you just have to follow some steps, and you make those mistakes, and it's very bad. And also, a little tip, try not to put your arrangement when it's done by any kind of like fruit or anything, because it like sets off this gas that might damage the flowers, so just a little tip. So what I was saying earlier, example of movement of a snapdragon is this. See that bent stem? You can stick it in there and it adds a little like twisting to draw your eye a little bit instead of just like straight flowers. I like to add a little bit of both. So all you have to do is just stick it in there and it looks really nice. So here's the finished product. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.